Hello friends, welcome to a fresh new episode of our channel RG Innovations. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to our channel, click on the bell button and select all to get all future notifications of our video uploads. In today's video, I am going to discuss about relay modules. Relay module is a device which is used to drive higher voltage or higher current appliances with microcontrollers or with another smaller current or smaller voltage driven system. If you are into electronics, you must know what a relay is. Relays are switches that open and close circuits electromechanically or electronically. Relays control one electrical circuit by opening and closing contacts in another circuit. A relay diagram that I am showing here, when a relay contact is normally open, there is an open contact when the relay is not given power supply. And when a relay contact is normally closed, there is a closed contact when the relay is not given power supply. In either case, applying electrical current to the contacts will change their state. This is the most common type of relay, which is a sugar cube relay, and this type of relay is used in all the relay modules. If we look at the pins of the relay, we can see these two pins are the relay coil pins where the power supply is given. This is the common pin of the relay switch, the middle pin. And these two pins are normally open and normally closed pin. This pin is the normally closed pin. When power is not given, the common pin is connected with the normally closed pin, and this pin is the normally open pin. When power is applied, the common pin gets connected with this normally open pin. So in a relay module, multiple number of relays are used to operate multiple devices. Here all the relay modules that I am going to show, single relay module, 2 relay module, 4 relay module, 8 relay module and 16 relay modules. All these relay modules are 5 volt modules. The relays on these modules are rated for 5 volt, which means the relay is activated when there is approximately 5 volt across the coil. It can be controlled directly by a wide range of microcontrollers such as Arduino, AVR, PIC, ARM, Raspberry, PLC, etc. It is also able to control various appliances and other types of equipment with a large current. You can connect a microcontroller with standard interface directly to this. The contacts on each relay are specified for 250 volt and 30 volt DC and 10 ampere in each cases. It is mentioned in the specification of the relay. If we look at the specification that is printed on the relay, we can see it is specified for 10 ampere 250 volt or 10 ampere 30 volt DC. The switching transistor which is present on the module, let me show you. This small component is a transistor. I hope you can see it on the camera. This is very small SMD type of transistor. One is here, another is here. Let me show into this board. This has got in the middle position. I hope you will be able to see. This is the transistor that is used to drive the relays. These transistors act as a buffer between the relay coil that requires high current and the inputs which don't draw much current. They amplify the input signal so that they can drive the relay coils to activate the relays. Each relay can individually switch to on-off states. We have individual input for each relay, so each relay can be individually operated. It only requires a voltage of approximately 1 volt to switch the inputs up to 5 volt. So the switching voltage can be 1 volt to 5 volt in the input terminals. These relay modules contain 5 volt relays and the associated switching and isolating components which make interfacing with a microcontroller or sensor very easy with minimum components and connections. There are terminal blocks with each relay. These are screw type terminals which make connections to mains wiring easy and changeable. These terminals are used to connect external loads with these relays. If you have seen one of my previous videos, I have discussed about why a diode is needed with a relay. That diode is used to protect the circuit from the reverse EMF. This diode is also used, which is called a flyback diode or a flywheel diode. It prevents voltage spikes across the transistor when the relay is turned off, as the relay is an inductive load. We also have LEDs on the modules. Here you can see small LEDs, SMD type. These LEDs are used to indicate the status of the relay. When the relay is on, the LEDs glow. When the relay is off, the LEDs do not glow. Some modules also have a power indicator that glows when power is applied to the relay VCC and ground pin. See, this one channel relay module has a power indicator which shows there is power given. And in this 16 channel relay also, there is a power LED. You can see the power LED. This LED glows when power is applied to the module. I will show it later in a practical demo. Now, one important thing which is present on this module, that is the optocoupler. This is an optocoupler. Optocoupler is kind of a coupling of an LDR and an LED diode which isolates the circuit from the output. These optocouplers form an additional layer of isolation between the load being switched and the input. Your circuit or microcontroller has no direct connection with the relay or with the load. This isolation is optional and can be selected using this jumper. If we remove this jumper and apply VCC to this pin, the optocouplers will not be used. One very important thing that we need to know about these relay modules, that is the input for these modules are active low, meaning that the relay is activated when the signal on the input header is low. This is because the indicator LED and the input of the optocoupler is connected in series to the VCC pin on one end, so the other end must be connected to the ground to enable the current flow. The optocoupler which is used here is PCF817, which is the common optocoupler that can also be found in through-hole packaging. Now, how this low-level trigger operates, I will show you in a practical demo. Each relay has one normally closed contact and one normally open contact, as I have shown in this single relay demonstration, and all these relays are independent from any other connection. These modules has a high impedance controller pin which ensures faster operation of the relays. There is very slight delay between the change in input and the operation of the relay. And these multi-channel modules can be used to switch multiple loads at the same time, since there are many relays on the same module. This is useful in creating a central hub from where multiple remote loads can be powered, which is useful for tasks like home automation, where the module can be placed in the main switchboard and can be connected to loads in other parts of the house and can be controlled from a central location using a microcontroller. So, what are the major components in a relay module? The first thing, the major component is the relay, which is the main thing in the relay module. Now, what else is there? A transistor, I have shown already. These small black 3-pin components are transistors. Diode, this orange and black colored component, these are diodes. Resistors, these small black components are resistors. Male header pin, this is a male header pin which is used to connect the power supply and the inputs to the module. And screw type terminals. These terminals are used to connect the output load to the relays. So these are the major components of this module. In all the modules, you can see these components. And now the supply voltage for these modules. These modules works from 3.75 volt to 6 volt. And the input signal is 1 volt to 5 volt. Now the trigger current. Trigger current for input pins are 5 milliampere, and the current consumption of the relay module is 60 milliampere for a single relay. So if we are using a single channel relay, the highest load will be approx 60 milliampere plus minus. If we are using two channel relays, the highest load consumption will be 120 milliampere plus minus. In the multiple of relays, the load current will multiply. If we connect it with an Arduino and we give power supply from the Arduino 5 volt pin, we should not connect more than 8 module relays, because an Arduino gives maximum of 400 to 500 milliampere current in the 5 volt pin, and this 8 channel relay module drags almost 450 milliamperes of current when all the relays are turned on. So we should arrange for an external power supply for higher number of relay modules. Now we will see practical demonstration of these relay modules. So I will show the demonstration one by one. First, let me show you the demonstration with a single channel relay module. So let me keep this aside. First, I am powering up the Vero board. I am connecting the 5 volt power supply, positive and the negative. Now, from the power rail of the Vero board, I am connecting positive to the relay module and negative to the relay module. You see, as soon as I give power supply, one of the LEDs in the relay module are glowing. As I mentioned, some relay modules has a power indicator. So this relay module has a power indicator. It is glowing when I am giving power supply. Now I have one switch here which will connect to the input of the relay module. One side goes to the relay module and the other side is not connected. So the other side of the relay, first I am connecting it to the positive power rail. I have connected it to the positive power rail and I am pressing the button. You see, nothing is happening. The relay is not turning on. The indicator is not glowing. Now, if I connect the input switch with the negative power rail and I press the switch, you see the green LED turned on and the relay also turned on. When I release the switch, the relay turning off. So you see, the relay module is a low level triggered relay. That means when there is a negative power supply in the input pin, the relay turns on. It is same for all the relay modules, 2 channel, 4 channel or 8 channel, 16 channel. All the relay modules are low level triggered relay. So I have shown you 1 channel relay module. Now I will show you with 2 channel relay modules. I am connecting the VCC and the ground, and I have one wire from the switch, so I am connecting it to input 1. Now if I press the switch, you see the red LED here is glowing and the relay is also turning on. From the LED you can understand that the relay is turning on and it is active low. When the input is connected to the negative wire, it is powering up, but when I am connecting it with the positive power rail and I press the switch, nothing is happening. The relay module is not turning on. So this is with a 2 channel relay. Now I will show it with a 4 channel relay module. Here is the 4 channel relay module. I will give the ground. I'll connect the VCC and I'll give the input to input 1. Now the input is connected with the positive power supply. So if I am pressing it, nothing is happening. But if I change it to the negative terminal, negative power rail, see, as soon as I press the button, the relay is turning on. This indicator is glowing here. And the relay is also turning on. So the same thing is applicable for the 8 channel relay and the 16 channel relay. But there is a little difference in the 16 channel relay. I will show you. 8 channel relay is also same. If we apply the power supply, VCC to this pin, ground to this pin and input to input 1 pin. Now if we press the button, you see the relay 1 is turning on. I have shown you how it operates. Now let me show you when the relays drive what actually happens. I am turning it sidewise and I have one separate circuit with a battery and an LED. Let's consider this is an external load. Now you see in the relay module here it is shown which pin is connected to the center pin and which pin is normally open pin. So this pin, this terminal is a normally closed terminal, this is the common terminal and this is the normally open terminal. When we apply power, when we apply signal, the normally open terminal gets connected to the common pin. So we will connect the load accordingly. So I am connecting one terminal from the battery in the common terminal and one terminal from the LED I am connecting to the normally open terminal. So this circuit is totally separated from this section of circuit. This is an external load. Now I will show what happens when we turn on the signal. I am pressing the button here and you see the external load operates. So this way the relay works or drives an external load. So I am removing the external load from this. And what I was telling about the 16 channel relay module. This is the 16 channel relay module. The circuit diagram for a 16 channel relay module is a little different. than the other relay modules in terms of circuit. Functionality is the same. In the other relay modules, transistors are used to drive the relays, but in this 16 channel module, two ICs are used, which is ULN2803 IC. These two ICs are used to drive 8 relays each IC. So we will also test this module. Now I am giving the 5-volt power supply, the ground. As soon as I connected the power supply and the ground, you see the power LED started glowing. Here you see, that means the circuit is powered on. Now I will connect the signal wire to the input pin 1. So I connected it to the input pin 1, and now when I press the button, you see channel 1 is turning on. Here in channel 1 the LED is turning on. So the relay module is working. So we have seen all the relay modules. Now I will show you how much current does a relay module consume when power is applied to the signal pins. So I will show that in a smaller module. I am just removing this. So I am using the 2-channel module for checking the Ampere test. I am giving power supply to the relay module. And to test the ampere, I have to use the multimeter. You see, I have set my multimeter at 200 milliamps. Now I will connect the multimeter between the power supply. So I am connecting the black probe to the negative power supply. And connecting the red probe of the multimeter to the negative power rail of the breadboard. The black pin of the multimeter to the negative power supply and the red probe of the multimeter to the negative power rail of the breadboard. Now connecting the signal pin to the relay module. Now when I press the switch, you see approx 59 or 60 milliampere current is being drawn by a single channel relay. I have connected only one relay modules. You see, when I press the button, only one LED glows here. Now I will show you by connecting two relays. So I am connecting one more wire from the bus to the input 2 of the relay module. Now if I press this button, you see two of the LEDs are turning on. Now you see two of the LEDs are turning on here in the module, you see, and in the multimeter it's showing around 109 or 108 milliamperes is being consumed by both the relays. So approximately 55 to 60 milliampere current is drawn by each relay in the module. So we must plan our power distribution accordingly. So let me remove all this. So up to this in today's video. If you have any question or any query regarding this relay modules, please feel free to ask me in the comments. Also, if you have any suggestion, do write that in the comment. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. And please subscribe to my channel RG Innovations. Thank you for watching today. We will meet again in a new video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Have a nice time. Thank you.